each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Just moving around tabs didn't work the way I wanted it to. There we go. Okay. Because that tab's in the wrong place. It's in the wrong place. I'll just put it that way. Happy Sober Sunday to you. Hope you're having a good day. I was just reminded that I'm doing, I had it set for next weekend. So I'm glad they reminded me. I'm doing an opening for a group in Australia. I didn't do anything special. I just showed up to one of their meetings one day and they asked me. So, and I didn't do anything special. Good afternoon, Michelle. It's barely afternoon here. Now I agreed to this because it's at 1. It ends by 2. The Bronco game starts at 2:15. So what is that? Well, it's God working in my life. See, sometimes God will set things up so you get done what you need and you get what you want. What? Yeah, it happens, man. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. Yeah. Well, I got my first disagreeable comment. Should we read it? Not disagreeable, but so you have a good content. Stop whining. Give your recovery experience and be grateful for the opportunity you have to help so many, and that so many people don't. Keep it simple and keep the message of recovery heard. My reply was not so much for unsolicited advice, but glad. But hey, I'm glad you enjoy my whining. So I don't think I'm whining here. If you think I'm whining, man, I think you probably watched the wrong one. Anyway, I do appreciate the comment. I'm glad you like my stuff, but I want to let you know something. I come on here to educate. I have a lot of experience, and I know I can get at but we all go through problems, and I solve those problems here. And sometimes people don't appreciate that. So, for that comment, I'm going to say I understand that I have privilege. I understand that I have privilege, and I utilize that privilege to help other people. I'm sorry that you are unable to do it and that you are slightly jealous of what I do, but that is not my problem. So do not throw unsolicited advice in there. I have my group of people. Thank you. Oh, what do I mean opening? It means I'm going to be speaking the first 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to tell a story, part of my story, and turn it into a topic. I have no idea. And they're late. The play date's date. I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. Welcome to Daily Trudge, where I'm not going to take bullshit. I'm just not. If you're here, please say hello whether you're watching live or the rewatch. All right. Anyway, guess what team I'm wearing today? I don't know. Is Kansas playing today? Well, you're going to. I don't think we're playing here, so you're not going to the game. So I'm going to guess Kansas City. You're going to wear Kansas City today. Michelle's occasionally we all whine. That commentator does as well, or would not recognize it. Well, when you tell somebody that and give them unsolicited advice, you know what you're doing? You're whining. So, yeah. All right. It was that you should be grateful for what you have without, like, I don't reckon. See, that's what gets me. That's what gets me. He doesn't know what I do. He doesn't know what I do. Guy. He doesn't understand that I've started meetings to help in my community. I'm putting in a detox. I have found investors to put in new treatment centers so that more people can enjoy recovery. See, he doesn't know that part. It is assumptive. It is contempt prior to investigation. That's what gets me. Making a quick assumption off of something that you have listened to. Now you think you know me because you listened to one of my videos. Ah, this will be the same person who will not stay on topic. They probably talk about what's going on in their life at every single meeting. All right, let's get started. I think I've kind of made my point. Hey, I will defend myself. I have no problem with that. I have a right to. Yeah, absolutely I do. All right. Today we're picking a different topic. I'm gonna have to make this shorter because I need to make sure I'm prepared for that other meeting. They open it a little bit early. I like to show up early so that everybody can bask in my glow. So another joke, folks. Another joke. My tooth still kind of hurts. Ow. No, it does. It does kind of. See, people want to know. They do. They want to. Are they still in pain? Because they get it around here. All right. Our drinking causes loneliness in those that we love. Today, we are reading out of Courage to Change. This is an Al Anon daily reflection book. Let's get started. Living with an alcoholic taught me that it was best not to hope for anything. I bet that first line is just a slap across the face for us. And it should be. I felt it. How many times my wife and I didn't do something because of my drinking? How many things, how many family events, how many things that I missed out on because of my drinking? And it was a lot. And my PTSD. My PTSD does it to me too. Makes me feel like, so I give my wife a hard time. Like yesterday, she said, I'm going to pick up my sister. Her sister's in town. Right. But see, I already know. I'm going to go pick her up. I'll be back in an hour. And I said, okay, I'll see you tonight. And she's like, no, I'll be back in a couple hours. I'm like, no, I will see you tonight. Okay. She got home about 7:00. Patterns don't like her sister's in town. They're going to want to spend time. They're going to want to do stuff. I know this. I see, but she doesn't look that far ahead. So I already do. She just left a little bit with her sister. I'll be back a couple hours. I'm like, I will see you tonight. Now, today I'm going to see her. I already know I'm going to see her earlier. All right. So I give her a hard time about it, but I really don't mind. I don't mind at all. She doesn't get to see her sister very often. There's family. She gets to see my ugly mug all the time. I can't be selfish about her time. I already took up enough of her time. I did. So anytime I get with her, I just count as a blessing. Michelle says, how do I see that other meeting? I already posted it in the grassroots WhatsApp. So if you want to find it there, if you'd like to join us today, put something in chat. Hey, I'd like to join today. I will make sure you get the link. Okay, but it's got to be within, it starts in 40 minutes. So living with alcoholism taught me that it was best not to hope for anything. All right. When that happens, I think of my little daughter sitting there waiting for me to come pick her up and me not showing up. That's what flashes through my mind. And it still hurts. It should still hurt. It should. I don't think that's a pain that I have earned or deserved to go away yet. I don't. But I don't use that. It's a regret. Sure it is. Okay. But what I can do is make sure that it doesn't happen again. That's what I can make sure of. Now I can't live in that past. Not only will that kill me, but then I won't spend any time with my kids either. I won't spend time with that daughter or my grandkids because I'll be too busy feeling sorry for myself. Now, now I've got to create hope. I've got to create hope, and to create hope, I must put action into the world. Got to put action into the world. I need a little help. If you could just kind of ask God to give me the right words for the meeting here in a little bit. Now I'm getting a little nervous. So, the lessons were too painful. I would get excited about something only to have my hopes shattered. Yeah, living with an alcoholic, don't get your hopes up. Yeah, we actually, I don't know that we necessarily go out of our way, but we already know that we're going to let you down. And since we're doing that, what we do is we set ourselves up to let you down. That's what I did. That's just, and I say we, people tell me, Dion, you need talking I statements. No, this is a we program. It is. I'm not going to wear this shirt for the meeting. Yeah, it doesn't work out when it's not sitting correctly. All right, there we go, like that. No, it still looks stupid. Okay. Here I don't mind. I'm in my pajamas and everything. You guys don't care, but I care what people in Australia think about me. So. As time passed and hope diminished, I fell deeper into despair. Eventually, I shut down my feelings and refused to care or to hope for anything at all. You know what? And I'm glad that my family did this. They're like, well, then fuck him. We're going to go enjoy our lives. And I'm so glad that my wife and kids did that. I am. It hurt. I felt left behind, but I knew it was me. It helped me get sober. It's clear you don't want to be a part of this, so we're just not going to ask you anymore. I was like the little boy that cried wolf, man. Even today, this is the way it still works. Let's say my wife and some of the kids are going to do something, I get an automatic invite. I'm already invited. I'm not always asked because they're going to allow me to make the decision. And more I've been able to go. But they kind of leave that up to me, but they don't put any pressure on me. It isn't that I don't want to. Just sometimes I'm held back by other things that I'm going through. Yeah. Sometimes the thought of a lot of people is just too overwhelming for me. And I don't know when that's going to happen. So making plans makes it tough for my wife. So that's why when she is out all day Saturday enjoying her life after working all week, I give her shit, but only because she's my wife. But it doesn't bother me. It only bothers me in the sense that there are chores that need to be done. That I do most of them. But that doesn't have anything to do with her. That has to do with how society takes a look at us more than it does. It's the shame that I get from society that, oh, you're the man, you should be working, you should be doing this. And I do work. But I don't make money in the same sense that other people make money. My life's a little different. I have a deep dependence upon God. I'm still here. I'm still here. Do you think all this is free? You think it's free to do all this? No. God pays it somehow every month. You know, he likes the work that I do. I'm carrying the message. In that sense, I'm lucky, but I don't get other things. I can't remember the last time I went on a vacation. My wife and I have never been on vacation. Got to change that. All right. So, see, we alcoholics are hard to deal with, but that can change. That can change, can't it? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, most people that come into the program, they are not like me, where you have the PTSD and the anxiety and or the social anxiety. So go out there, man, and enjoy your life. Do it and enjoy it with the family. We didn't get sober to continue ignoring. Okay? Like a lot of times, I've been seeing ads now. Oh, you've been sober for 6 months and still feel unsatisfied. Well, let's get to the gym. Wait. What about God? Can we start with God first? Okay. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm just gonna keep going to the gym. And then guess what? That gym membership becomes an obsession, and you're still ignoring your kids. Oh, but I look better, I feel better, but you're still ignoring your children. You've only taken care of half the problem. I'm glad you feel better, but your kids still want you to go to their soccer game. They still want you to show up for school night. If they have a problem, they need to know that you will be there for them with no judgment. Right? It took a while with my kids, but now they know that I am not going to judge them when they come to me. I'm not, because they know that dad understands I have nothing to judge them for. Not after everything I put on display for them. Fuck. They're not surprised by anything that dad does. And they weren't surprised when I turned my life around either, because my wife knew who I was when I was sober. So they knew the kind of person I was when I wasn't drinking. They were aware of it. Hmm. Those people, those people that you have in your life, if you have a significant other and they are still in your life, God bless them. God bless them. Because you wouldn't be here. I wouldn't. No. If it wasn't for my wife, my mom, my sister, no, I wouldn't be here. I'd be dead. I owe them. They don't feel like I owe them. They got what they wanted, Dion alive and sober and doing the best and being the best person that he can. So I use that O as a motivation to continue becoming a better person, because it's really all I got. So I try and become better all the time. I don't want to be that old man who's closed-minded to everything in this world because he thinks he's experienced everything. Because I haven't. I'm 54 experiencing true friendship. Right? I'm almost 55. 4 more days. I keep forgetting my birthday's coming up. It's because there's been a lot of birthdays this month, and most of them, and a lot of them are people like Amber and Michelle and my daughter, and then two sponsees that were celebrating time this month, and my own sponsor celebrate. Fuck my birthday, my belly button birthday, man. All this excitement. I think it's fun. We are having a lot of that grassroots meeting is now fun. All the smiles on the face, the stories last night were phenomenal. They were heartfelt. People enjoyed it. It brings us closer together. Yeah. And I warned one of my one of them already told his story, so he knows how it feels. But the other guy, I warned him. I'm like, dude, you are never going to feel like you have ever felt before after you are done speaking. I'm telling you, it's gonna feel like a huge weight being lifted off of you. And he sent me a message. He's like, I'm floating like a feather. I have never felt so good in my life. That's why we do it. There's an unsaid rule that if it's your birthday, because see, all these things culminate throughout the year. When you go tell your story, you are relieving yourself of that. Now everybody knows what kind of year you had. And then they celebrate it. And when you're done, even if your story was shitty, even if you think your story was shitty, we are going to applaud every which way. We're going to tell you how great you did. Why? Because you did a good job. Whether you think so or not, you did a great job. We appreciated you doing that. There are some people in those meetings that aren't capable of doing that yet. People love storytelling. We want to know what went on. Not only that, but our lives are full of drama, and we alcoholics love drama. Okay, just accept the fact that you love drama. It's all right. It belongs in certain places to a certain extent. All right. And then what happens? Well, then that same person, because we all sat down for 20 minutes and listened to his story, turns back around, and I bet that whole family had a great night. And it all happened because I decided to start a meeting. That is the effect you can have on people. And I'm not bragging. If you know me, I'm either bragging or whining around here, I guess. I got to let that go. God, please help me let that go. All right. All right. Thanks. Through Al Anon's 12 steps, I'm discovering a spirituality that allows me to believe that there is every reason to hope. Yeah. There's that hope, right? See, the people in our lives, they're lonely too because they want to hang out with us and we're not doing it. They married us, and there's a commitment there, right? Amber, I will tell you. Amber says I'm wearing Donkos. I don't know what you guessed. They showed up right as you were guessing. I will just tell you, I guessed wrong. Since it's been recorded and other people heard me, I cannot tell a lie. I was incorrect. I've been watching a lot of Norm Macdonald lately. I don't know why I didn't enjoy him. Maybe it's because I've gotten older and developed a taste, but he is hilarious. And he does this bit about George Washington cutting down the cherry tree, and it's hilarious because he's talking about his dad walking in, and George is sitting there with an axe on the table, fingering the axe, saying, he's like, in its context, I cannot tell a lie. I chopped down the cherry tree. He just goes all morbid on it. And I've been listening to it. I've been listening to more jokes and stuff than anything else. I'm like, if I'm going to doom scroll, I might as well laugh. All right. So, all right. With my higher power's help, regardless of my circumstances, I can feel fully alive in the moment and enjoy this feeling. Yay. All right. Let's say it. Thank God for Al Anon. Thank God for Al. I am eternally grateful for Al Anon because Al Anon taught my wife, taught my sister, taught my mom, taught these people how to deal with my ass. It gave them it gave them a place to go. My kids, my my mom and my sister were already in the program, right? But when it comes to dealing with family, all bets are off, man. Right? Like when my daughter was getting sober, I did not give her the same speech that I give other people that come into the program, newcomers. I couldn't. I'm her father. That was not a time for Dion to change his mask or I'm too close. Even if I tried, it would not work. It wouldn't. I am too emotionally involved. So I moved into dad mode. I stayed dad, and my job was just to be there. My daughter was hurting, and it was my job to help her. And when she told me, Dad, I came to you because you're the only person I know, and there's a lot of people in her life, it just feels that way. She's like, you're the only person I can think of that's not going to judge me. Now, her mom's not going to judge her. Her auntie and her nana, they're not going to judge her for that. I already know that. But it felt good that she came to me. And I have a lot of experience with helping people detox. A lot of experience. Hey, Clara, good to see you. She says, hello, everyone. Kansas City Chiefs open home opener. Let's go. Yeah. 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 No. Who are the Chiefs playing today?
The Chiefs will be playing the Eagles at Arrowhead Stadium today at 2:25 p.m.
Oh, that's going to be a good game. That's going to be a really good game. Go Eagles. All right. Go Eagles. Same time as the Bronco game, so I won't be watching it. But I hope that you are able to watch your favorite football team today and enjoy your day. The way I utilize football, it's just because amongst friends, I give a hard time. I will give you a hard time if you are my friend. And that's what football is about for me. It Okay. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck who your favorite team is. I don't care. I never have. I just enjoy the sport. I appreciate what these people have to do in order to accomplish it. I find it amazing. And I've been watching football every Sunday since I can remember. Well, since about 13, actually. When I started going into group homes, that's when I got interested in football. Because growing up, my dad didn't watch football, so then nobody in the house really did. So anyway, so as long as I can remember, but 13, you're unsupervised. Oh boy, popcorn. Isn't it nice to be unsupervised and people not worrying about you? Is that cool? Right? Or you can take it the other way, be like, what am I, 15? Well, yeah, kinda. Yeah. When did you start drinking? 15? Then yeah, you're 15. Right. Okay, I gotta kind of wrap this up because I only got, the meeting starts at 1, but really I only got about 10 minutes here. And it's turning out real well. Um, I'm gonna repeat the last line. With my higher power's help, regardless of my circumstances, I can feel fully alive in the moment and enjoy this feeling. So in the moment, that's right. You want to know how Al-Anons work their day? One day at a time, right? Now, one day at a time doesn't mean that you can't make plans next week, okay? Don't you so people will use one day at a time as a way to not do things socially or not give an answer. Hey, we're going to do this in 2 weeks. Well, it ain't today, so I don't know. Come on. Come on. Just say no. I appreciate the invite. That might be kind of tough for me. You just go with the truth if you want. No, I don't want to fucking hang out with you guys for a weekend. What are you talking about? That sounds horrible. Don't go to that extreme either. Oh, isn't it weird how much happier you are after you've been in pain for a little bit? Does that happen to everybody else? Like when I'm sick, the day that I'm no longer sick, I feel like 10 times better than I have in a long time. Does that happen to everybody else? Because that's kind of what's going on with me today. So I'm in a pretty good mood. I'm in a pretty good mood. Life feels good today. Yeah. Yeah, make the plan, not the outcome. And that's the fun part. Not knowing the outcome is the adventure of life now. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Clara, I don't know if you were here or not. In 20 minutes, 22 minutes, I'm going to be in a meeting I'm going to be doing a lead. Not quite sure what they're expecting of me yet, but I know we don't do a Sunday meeting. So I figured this would be, if people want to come hang out. So it could be your meeting for the day if you so choose. The painful lessons of a lifetime are not unlearned overnight, but Al-Anon is helping me to learn that it is safe to feel, to hope, and even to dream. God is good, my friends. God is good. Even this week, I cannot believe some of the things that appear. I was not looking in that direction. And God's like, bada bing, bada boom, Dion. You know, now at the same time, like last time, like, okay, because there's been a lot of excitement around it for me the last couple of days. And last night I decided, okay, we're done. We're done being excited about it because my excitement was starting to turn into an expectation. Well, we could start. Then I started spending the money in my head. I'm like, no, we're too far ahead there, Dion. We right now, what we are doing is building relationships. That's what we are doing. That's what God wants. So that's what we're doing. No, you need to work on this, not worry about spending money in your head. Besides, you suck at budgeting, Dion. So it's probably better left. And so, I'm not over dreaming it, but I mean, it's enough money to say open a halfway house for homeless alcoholics, to help children out. That's been some of the talk with some of the money is to help the kids out, homeless kids. All right. So that they too can learn that it is okay to feel safe, to have hope, and even to dream. I want that for them too. All right. I really got to hurry up. Today's reminder, it is risky to care. I may be disappointed, but in trying to protect myself from pain, I could cut myself off from the many delights that life has to offer. I will live more fully today. So it is risky to care. Yeah, you might be disappointed, but I would rather you knew that I cared and be a little hurt. I would. I know I'm a sensitive guy. I know it's mine, right? But if I kind of I put my foot out often knowing it's going to be stepped on. I know that. And it's okay. It's okay. I don't mind. I know you're going to step on it. It's part of the pattern. Then you go, oops, I'm sorry, I stepped on your toe. That's all right. That's what happens. Then I get to be a good example. Aha. I can take it. You can take it. I don't mind. It's called love. Yeah. All right, here's a quick quote. Years may wrinkle the skin, but to give up enthusiasm wrinkles the soul. Samuel Ullman. Well, thank you, Mr. Samuel Ullman. Claire says that is badass. Not sure what you're talking about, or which part was badass, but thank you. All right. So I'm going to be the only person with an accent. And that was not even an Australian accent. Shrimp on the Bobby. There we go. All right. So I'll be the one with the accent at this meeting. So my other Americans, if you would like to come, let me know. If you like, the link is in the grassroots chat. So you can find it there. All right. Thank you all for being here. I love you. You know I do. Peace out.